So I've been using GoHighLevel since earlier this year, and I really love it. So when they reached out and asked to sponsor the channel, I was like, heck yeah, we're going to do that. So you should know that, yes, they are a sponsor. I don't like them because they're a sponsor. They're a sponsor because I like them. If you are struggling with too many subscriptions, if you have too many pieces of tech that don't talk to each other, or you're just curious about GHL, GoHighLevel, and you heard good things and you want to check it out for yourself, what I'm going to do is walk you through what it does. I'm going to show you what is not quite up to par yet, and I'm going to talk you through who I think it's really good for. They are offering viewers of this channel a free 30-day trial. So after this video, make sure you use my link to go and test it out and see for yourself what you like and how it's going to work for you. Now, I haven't moved all of my systems over into GHL yet, and I'll explain why that is at the end of the video. But for context, before I walk you through everything, I am an online business consultant. So I can't speak to every feature. I can't speak to every niche about who this is going to be good for, but I can speak to those who are in a similar niche to either me or my clients who tend to be service-based business owners online and offline. Before I show you what I use it for, I want to show you everything that GHL can do. And I'm going to walk through a dummy account here, and I'm going to fire hose you with what is possible, because otherwise, if we don't go through this quickly, we're going to be here all day. There's so much that GHL can do. This is really just to give you a taste. And then once you have that 30-day free trial, you can really dive in deeper and see if it's going to work. So I'm going to start off in sites and give you an idea of what it can do. So you could have a full-fledged website on here, and instead of having to build the whole thing yourself, there are plenty of gorgeous templates that are easy to use and hard to break, which is quite frankly probably one of the best features. They also do storefronts. I don't have much experience with this one, but again, we do have tons of templates. So it's very easy for you to be able to set all of this up without having to have a lot of design background. There's also landing pages with, again, tons of templates that you can use with A/B testing. So you could test different templates, different headlines, different copy, different pictures, graphics, videos, whatever you want. It's all going to have that ability to see what's going to convert best for you. You can also have a full webinar funnel in here. So you've got registration, confirmation page, emails that are going to go out to it, text reminders, tagging, forms, all of everything that you could possibly need in here, including your checkouts, can all be built out through GoHighLevel. We also have forms, surveys, and quizzes, and I'll show you a quick look at what that looks like. You've got math and scoring, conditional logic, all of those things that you would normally have to get another subscription for. It's built in, and again, they have templates for you to use. We have QR codes. You can set up your own QR codes. You can also set up your own chat widget with multiple different ways of doing that. I have not tested out the social media planner yet, but there is that ability. Along with email campaigns, you can also set up email automations, or you can do individual email campaigns to your list. And what I think is really cool is you have two-way texting with a real phone number. So you can add, let's say, a phone number to your webinar opt-in page, and you can send out text reminders to people and talk back and forth with people to build rapport. You can also set up different trigger links. This allows you to track different things. So for instance, we do our webinar in Zoom, but the trigger link is set up for that Zoom link, so we can still track who's attending the Zoom calls. For your sales funnels, you can do invoices, including recurring invoices, templates, estimates. You have the ability to accept documents and contracts directly inside of GHL. You can track any orders and view any abandoned checkouts. You can set up unique payment links, whether these are things you're sending out through email or to individuals. Anything you're selling would be set up as a product. You can also set up coupons that are either a one-time or on subscription products, and you can customize all the little details along with that coupon. This is where you would edit what your receipts look like and any of the details that go along with payments. And you've got all of your different payment integrations in here as well. Now, you also have the ability to do checkout carts, order bumps, and upsells, as well as A/B testing on these too. So I think that's really cool. You can also have unlimited upsells and tell it which direction you want it to go. I will say, I feel like this is really complicated to set up, so I would watch some videos on how to do this correctly. Under calendars, you also have the ability to set up multiple booking calendars. You can assign leads that come into forms into different salespersons' calendars, like round robin style. and you can build out specific funnels. So let's say they come in through one form, you have that go into the first part of this funnel. Once they come in here, you can set up an automation that will send them a booking link, send them an email, whatever you want it to send them. And then you can customize whatever you want these fields to be, and then either drag and drop this person through as you're interacting with them, or you can set up automations that will move them from one piece of the funnel to the next. All of this is customizable. When you click on that person, you can come in and see all of the details of their account, anything that they've purchased, anything that they're a part of, tags, automations, everything in one place. So you can easily track somebody through a sales funnel. And then on your dashboard, you're able to see all of the analytics and conversions for that entire funnel in one place. You also have reputation tracking to both ask for reviews and track those reviews from around the web. This even gives you competitor analysis of their reviews. You can create a fully customizable client portal with an app that is branded to you. And you've got the ability to set up unlimited courses and even communities with your own white label app. And then you can interact with your clients via text or email, either from the desktop version, like just logging into the system, or you can get a mobile app to be able to get those notifications. And you can set up AI agents to do a lot of this for you. So as you can see, it is a lot. It can definitely save you hundreds, if not thousands per month in subscriptions. And they're adding new features all the time and improving on the features they have, which I really love. However, I think a one and all begs the question, can it really do it all well? And the answer to this, I think, is no. Every all-in-one platform is going to have things that they rock at and things that are going to, we'll say, suffice for most people. And I think GHL is no different in that. But what I love about them is that you're getting access to all of these different tools with one monthly subscription instead of 20. So you have the ability to try something. And then if you find that you need something really niche or you want something more robust, like maybe you want an in-depth tracking system, right? You can then add that one thing to your tech stack without having to have 10 million things trying to figure out what you need. So what do I use GHL for and what do I not use it for? I think if I had known about this sooner, or if I were to start a new business, I would probably start with GHL. Because I am later to this party, I have a lot of tech that is already built out. It's already custom to me. And quite frankly, the idea of rebuilding everything or even outsourcing the rebuild, it kind of just makes me want to cry. So I haven't moved everything over. So for instance, we have all of our checkouts in ThriveCart right now because I have their lifetime license. I got that years ago. Most of my checkouts are still over there, but as we're upgrading funnels, we're making changes to things, I'll move the carts over one at a time. That just might be like a year from now or 2 years from now. One thing that I have completely moved over to GHL is my webinar funnel. So I have both my warm and cold opt-in page on GHL, as is the success page and the replay page. I host my webinars in Zoom. We have the trigger links in GHL that track who shows up, and we send email and text reminders through GHL automations. I was thinking about doing a video about a full breakdown of my six-figure webinar funnel, how we built it inside GHL. If that's something that you would like, drop a comment, make sure you're subscribed, and I will put that together too. Another thing we have set up is a school leads funnel. When somebody comes into my free school group, they fill out a couple questions, and one of them asks if they're interested in joining the webinar. If they mark yes, we have an automation inside of GHL that automatically sends them an invite. So what am I not using? One of the things I'm not using is the client booking calendars, mostly because I have them set up through Google. I don't do a ton of booking anyway, so it's really not a rush for me to move things over, but I probably will in the future. I don't intend to ever use their course platform, although who knows, maybe this will change. I still use and love Experientify. I got it because it builds in accountability and motivation into the course. That increases success rates, and that matters to me more than saving money on that subscription. So I'm keeping my things in Experientify. The second thing I don't use it for, at least right now, is email marketing, things like newsletters, certain automations. We have all of this built out in ActiveCampaign. It doesn't make sense for me to redo everything. And I've also heard that there may be some issues with email deliverability. I don't think those issues are going to be a problem for most businesses, but for my niche, it's very easy for my niche to get flagged as spam. And so I like to keep those things in ActiveCampaign. I also just like to keep my webinar emails separate from my warm list, mainly because a cold audience is more likely to unsubscribe, more likely to mark it as spam. The majority of people going into that webinar funnel is a cold audience. They're coming in from ads. They're likely to forget that they signed up for a webinar. So I like to keep the cold marketing emails separate. Once somebody goes through the funnel, then they're getting into my ActiveCampaign emails. They're already warmed up. I think that that's better for list hygiene personally. Now let's talk about a couple drawbacks with GHL. One drawback is that their billing isn't exactly flat rate. You're going to pay a monthly fee for most of the services, and then you're going to pay extra for certain things. Some of those things include emails and text messages. To be fair, this is true of any SMS text provider. You're always going to pay as you go. And even with email providers, if you read the fine print on something like ActiveCampaign, it is not exactly unlimited emails that you get to send either. It's usually a flat rate up to a certain number of emails and subscribers. With GHL, you're not paying up to a certain amount for subscribers, but you are going to pay based on how many emails you send. Now, what you're going to pay is less than a penny per email or text, but if you're doing high volume, it really can add up. So just be aware of that. I think that this is a drawback mainly because it can make it really hard to budget versus just having a flat rate, or you know what it is month to month until you hit that limit and go up to the next tier. The only other drawback that I've really seen with GHL, and I've heard that they're working on this, is that the platform is somewhat slow to load. It's not so slow that it impedes my progress or frustrates me, but it is slow enough to notice it. All in all, who do I think GoHighLevel is good for? I would say most businesses. I don't personally know any e-com businesses who've used it, so I can't speak to that. If you have, please make sure you're sharing your experiences in the comments so other people know. But I know everyone from coaches, course creators, agencies, service providers, they all swear by GoHighLevel. It really is more affordable than having 20 different subscriptions. Even if you are paying for text and emails as you go, you're unlikely to outgrow it. And it really does just keep getting better. If you are newer to business and you haven't built out a whole tech stack, make sure you use my link, get the 30-day free trial. This is double the normal trial, which is going to give you enough time to really play around and see if it's a good fit for you. If you're not newer, but you're just tired of the umpteen subscriptions, I would do the same thing just to see where it's going to save you money and headache. And if you're already a GHL user, be sure to check out the link. There's a special offer there for you too. And drop a comment with what you love most about GHL to let other people know. I'm really excited to have them as a channel sponsor because, as I said, I don't put my stamp of approval on much these days. I really love partnering with providers that I know are going to take good care of you guys. So make sure you check them out. Make sure you drop a comment and thank them for sponsoring this channel. Be sure to subscribe and like this video if you haven't, and leave a fist bump below for watching to the end. I'll see you next time, boss.